there full of Apaches. They burnt every ranch building in sight. He had a brush with them last night. Says they're being stirred up by Geronimo.
Geronimo? How do we know he isn't lying?
No, he's a Cheyenne. They hate Apaches worse than we do.
Clear the wires to Lordsburg.
That's Lordsburg now, sir. They seem to have something very urgent to tell you, sir.
Well, what's wrong?
The line went dead, sir.
What do you got there?
Only the first word, sir.
Geronimo.
So?
Got the payroll for the mining company?
Yes, sir, right here in this box.
Good.
Here.
Give me a lift here, Jim, will you?
Jim, I'll pay you that 2 bits when I come through.
Okay,
Okay, here now, you kids get away from that wheel. Well, sir, we run into a little snow up there. It weren't bad, though, but you fellas better prepare for a good frost. Passenger out for Toronto. You better get out and stretch your leg. I mean your limbs, ma'am. We're going to change horses here.
Is there a place here where I can have a cup of tea?
Well, yes, ma'am. You can get a cup of coffee at the hotel across the street there.
Thank you, driver.
You look a little...
I'll be all right, thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Why, Lucy Mallory. Nancy.
How are you, Captain Whitney?
Fine, thanks, Mrs. Mallory.
Why, whatever are you doing in Arizona?
I'm joining Richard in Lordsburg. He's there with his troops.
He's a lot nearer than that, Mrs. Mallory. He's been ordered to drive forth.
Why, that's the next stop for the stagecoach. You'll be with your husband in a few hours. Oh, I'm so glad to see you, Lucy. Sit down, darling. We'll have a cup of coffee. You must be tired from that long
Who
trip.
is that gentleman?
Hardly a gentleman, Mrs. Mallory.
I should think not. He's a notorious gambler.
Hello, Mink. Heidi, Frank. Well, Marshal, I'm looking for my shotgun guard. Is he here?
How with the posse, Buck, trying to catch the Ringo kid?
Ringo? I thought Ringo was in the pen.
He was.
Busted out? Well, good for him.
My guess the kid's aiming to get even with them plumber boys. Does that testimony send him to the penitentiary?
Well, all I gotta say is that he better stay away from that there Luke Plummer. Why, gosh, Luke's run all of Ringo's friends out of Lordsburg. Well, the last trip there, I seen him hit a rancher on the head with the barrel of his gun, and, well, he just laid it wide open like a butchered steer.
You seen Luke Plummer in Lordsburg?
Yes, sirree.
You boys take care of the office for a couple of days. I'm going to Lordsburg with Buck. I'm going to ride shotgun.
Oh, gosh, if I could learn to keep my big mouth shut.
Here's the payroll, Mr. Gatewood.
You know, ever since I opened this bank, I've been trying to tell those people to deposit their payroll 6 months in advance. It's good, sound business.
It's good business for you, Mr. Gatewood.
Sir, there's your receipt, $50,000. And remember this, what's good for the banks is good for the country.
I'm keeping your trunk because you ain't paid your rent.
Is this the face that wrecked 1,000 ships and burned the towerless top civilian? Farewell, fair Helen.
Doc. Doc, can they make me leave town when I don't want to go? Do I have to
Now,
go?
Dallas, don't you go making no fuss.
Do I have to go, Doc, just because they say so?
Now, Dallas, I've got my orders. Don't blame these ladies. It ain't them.
It is them. Doc, haven't I any right to live? What have I done?
We're the victims of a foul disease called social prejudice, my child. These dear ladies of the Law and Order League are scouring out the dregs of the town. Come on. They are proud, glorified dreg like me.
You get going, Doc. You're drunk.
Two of the kind. Just two of the kind.
Take my arm, Madame la Comtesse. The tumbril awaits for the guillotine.
Oh, wait till I get my badge, girls. I'll join you.
If ever you go east, brother, come out to our house for dinner. No one in all Kansas City, Kansas sets a better table than my dear wife, Viola.
Jerry.
Yeah, Doc.
Jerry, I'll admit as one man to another that economically I haven't been of much value to you, but suppose you could put one on credit.
If talk was money, Doc, you'd be the best customer I got.
I'm leaving town, Jerry.
Honest?
Yes, old friend, and I thought you might, out of memory of our many happy...
All right, Doc. Just this one.
Thank you, Jerry.
Here's a man going on the stagecoach with you. He's an Easterner from Kansas City, Missouri.
Kansas City, Kansas, brother.
Your health, Reverend.
I'm not a clergyman. My name is Peacock.
He's a whiskey drummer.
What? Well, how are you, Mr. Haycock?
Peacock.
Don't tell me, sir. I know a familiar name and another name. I never forget a face or a friend. Samples? Right.
Well, Brownie! Happy Bell, what's that? Get it. Well, look at here. Got a pretty good steak. Get it. Whoa, that much. Come on in. There. Look at that. I got my pet string there, Flint. Yeah, but they're all good and frank. They'll take you right there.
I want $5, Henry.
Certainly, my dear, certainly. Well, what is it to be this time, my dear? A pair of
I want to
shoes?
pay the butcher. Dinner's at 12 o'clock.
Don't worry, my dear, I'll be there.
I've invited the ladies of the Law and Order League.
All aboard for Dry Forks, Apache Wells, Lee's Ferry, and Lordsburg.
I'll take that, Dallas.
Oh, thanks.
In you go, Dallas, and a pleasant voyage.
Take your baggage, Doc.
Thank you, my friend. Shirley, my Kingo. Carry it with honor.
I'll take it, Doctor.
No trouble at all. No trouble at all. I'll carry it on my lap. Here we go, Reverend.
Mrs. Whitney, you're not going to let your friend travel with that creature.
She's right, Lucy. And besides, you're not well enough to travel.
It's only a few hours, Nancy. I'm quite all right.
But you shouldn't travel a step without a doctor.
There is a doctor, dear. The driver told me.
Doctor? Doc Boone? He couldn't doctor a horse.
Now, Lucy, darling, you must be very careful. Take good care of yourself. Oh, dear, what's that?
Lady
now?
folks, right facing forward, please.
There you go.
Pleasant journey, Mrs. Mallory.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Like an angel in the jungle.
A very wild jungle.
What are you doing, Hatfield? Talking to yourself?
You wouldn't understand, cowboy. You've never seen an angel, nor a gentlewoman, nor a great lady.
I raise, gentlemen.
Well, so long, Buck. So long, Curly. Nice trip, boy.
So long, kid.
Wait a minute. Hold up there, Buck. Cavalry coming.
Steady, girl.
Captain Sickles asked if you deliver this dispatch in Lordsburg the moment you arrive. The telegraph line has been cut.
Sure.
We're going with you as far as the noon station at Dry Fork. There'll be a troop of cavalry there, and they'll take you on to Apache Wells. From Apache Wells, you'll have another escort of soldiers into Lordsburg. But you must warn your passengers that they travel at their own risk.
At their own risk. Well, what's the trouble, Lieutenant?
Geronimo.
Geronimo? Well, then I ain't...
Will you sit down?
Of course, the Army has no authority over you, gentlemen. If you think it's unsafe to make the trip...
This stage has gone to Lordsburg. If you think it ain't safe to ride along with us, I figure we can get there without you, soldier boys.
I have my orders, sir, and I always obey orders.
Oh.
Did you all hear what the lieutenant said?
Yes, we heard.
Well, me and Buck are taking this coach through. Passengers are not. Now, whoever wants to get out can get out.
Courage, courage, Reverend. Ladies first.
Excuse me. How about you, Dallas?
What are you trying to do, scare somebody? They got me in here, and I'll let them try to put me out. Worse things than Apaches.
If you'll take my advice, ma'am, you won't take this trip.
My husband is with his troops in Dry Fork. If he's in danger, I want to be with him.
You see, brother, I have a wife and 5 children.
Then you're a man. By all the powers that be, Reverend, you're a man.
All right, folks.
Marshal, make room for one more.
I'm offering my protection to this lady. I can shoot fairly straight if there's need for it.
That's been proved too many times, Hatfield. All right, get in. We're late.
Yeah, trouble you to move over, sir.
Oh, yes, of course.
Close the door.
Oh, Curly, we
Get
should...
going, Buck.
Oh, Bessie, Brownie, Bill.
Farewell, ladies.
Sweetheart.
Goodbye.
Come on now, girl. Sure is, Mr. Gatewood. Going to Lordsburg?
That's right, just got a telegram. Gotta stop to pack this bag. Get that car. I got it.
Now, Bessie, Blackie, Brownie, Bill, now! If there's anything I don't like, it's driving a stagecoach through Apache country.
Funny catching Gatewood outside of town that way.
I just took this job 10 years ago so I could make enough money to marry my Mexican girl, Julieta, and I've been working hard at it ever since. Bonnie, get over! Oh!
Marriage?
Certainly. My wife's got more relatives than anyone you ever did see. I'll bet I'm feeding half the state of Chihuahua. Sweetheart!
That seem funny to you about Gatewood?
Yeah, and then what do I get to eat when I get home in Lordsburg? Nothing but free holy beans, that's all. Nothing but beans, beans, beans. Bessie, Brownie, Blackie, girl, now get along.
Excuse me, ladies. Close quarters. Warm today.
Your wife made it warm for me, Gatewood. She was chairman of our farewell committee.
Fine-looking bunch of soldier boys back there. Always gives me great pride in my country when I see such fine young men in the U.S. Army. Anybody know where they're going?
Brother, aren't you aware of what's happened?
Happened? I don't follow you, Reverend.
I'm not a clergyman.
My friend's a whiskey drummer. We're all going to be scalped, Gatewood. Massacred in one fell swoop. That's why the soldiers are with us.
He's joking, of course.
Oh, no, he's not. Oh, dear, no. I wish he were.
It's that old Apache butcher, Geronimo. Geronimo. Nice name for a butcher. He's jumped the reservation. Down the warpath.
Geronimo? Why weren't the passengers notified? Why wasn't I told?
We were told, Gatewood.
Yes.
Weren't you told when you got that message from Lordsburg?
Oh, yes, of course, I forgot.
Sweetheart! Now, doggone it, they're bringing up her grandfather all the way from Mexico to live with us.
I can't figure out how he got that message.
Who, her grandfather?
No, Gatewood.
Sweetheart!
Said he got a message.
Sweetheart!
The telegraph line ain't working.
Sweetheart! Steady, ho, ho. Hey, look, it's Ringo.
Yeah. Hello, kid.
Hello, Curly. Hiya, Buck. How's your folks?
Oh, just fine, Ringo, except my grandfather came
Shut up. Didn't expect to see you riding shotgun on this run, Marshal. Going to Lordsburg?
I figured you'd be there by this time.
No. Lame horse. Well, it looks like you've got another passenger.
Yeah. I'll take the Winchester.
You may need me in this Winchester, Curly. Saw a ranch house burning last night.
You don't understand, kid. You're under arrest.
Curly?
Everything all right, Marshal?
Everything's all right, Lieutenant.
Hope I ain't crowding you folks none.
The more the merrier.
Ready! Bessie, ain't Ringo a fine boy?
I think so.
Hey, you're just smarter than a trade rat. You knew all the time he was going to Lordsburg. Hey, reckon what he meant. He saw ranch houses burning.
Apaches.
So you're the notorious Ringo Kid.
My friends just call me Ringo. Nickname I had as a kid. Right name's Henry.
Seems to me I knew your family, Henry. Didn't I fix your arm once when you bucked off a horse?
Are you Doc Boone?
I certainly am. Now, let's see. I just been honorably discharged from the Union Army after the War of the Rebellion.
You mean the war for the Southern Confederacy, sir?
I mean nothing of the kind, sir.
That was my kid brother broke his arm. You did a good job, Doc, even if you was drunk.
Thank you, son. Professional compliments are always pleasing.
Yes, they are.
What happened to that boy whose arm I fixed?
He was murdered.
Put off that cigar. You're annoying this lady.
Excuse me, madam. Being so partial to the weed myself, I sometimes forget that it disagrees with others.
A gentleman doesn't smoke in the presence of a lady.
3 weeks ago, I took a bullet out of a man who was shot by a gentleman. The bullet was in his back.
You mean to insinuate...
Sit down, mister. Doc don't mean no harm.
Bessie up there now. Take it easy, hold it steady, girl. Take a look and see if there isn't a stone bruise in that hawk down there.
If it isn't my old friend, Sergeant Billy Pickett. Well, how are you, Billy?
Fine, Doc. I'm mighty glad to see you. Great heavens, the Betsy didn't figure on no stagecoach coming through. With them Apaches raising cake. I was just telling Billy to hitch up the buckboard so we
Wait
can
a minute, wait a minute. You mean to say there are no troops at this station?
Ain't no soldiers here but what you see.
But my husband, Captain Mallory, I was told he was here.
Was, dearie. Got orders night before last to join the soldiers at Apache Wells.
Well, that means we gotta go back.
I can't go back. Now, look here, driver. You started this coach for Lordsburg, and it's your duty to get us there. And it's your duty, young man, to come along with us.
It's my duty, Mr. Gatewood, to obey orders. I'm sorry, sir.
Well, if the soldiers go back, Lieutenant, that means we all have to go back?
My orders are to return from here immediately, and I can't disobey those orders.
I think we can get through all right, Curly.
Oh, now don't egg him on. Kid, I'm driving this here outfit, and, well, if the soldiers go back, so am I.
I call this a desertion of duty. I'll report you to your superior officer. And if necessary, I'll take the matter up with Washington.
That's your privilege, sir. But if you give us any trouble here, I'll have to put you under restraint.
Now, don't lose your temper. Don't lose your temper.
I'll tell you how we settle it. We'll take a vote. Inside, everybody. Come on, Buck.
Oh, Curly, I don't want to go.
Now, you girls, set yourselves down. I'll get you some to eat.
Now, folks, if we push on, we can be in Apache Wells by sundown. Soldiers there will give us an escort as far as the ferry. Then it's only a hoot and a holler into Lordsburg.
Oh, that old mare.
We got 4 men can handle firearms. 5 with you, Ringo. Doc can shoot if sober.
I can shoot. I can shoot.
Now, Miss Mallory, I ain't gonna put a lady in danger without she votes for it.
I've traveled all the way here from Virginia. I'm determined to get to my husband. I won't be separated any longer.
What's your vote, mister?
Where's your manners, Curly? Ain't you gonna ask the other lady first?
Well, what do you say?
What difference does it make? Doesn't matter.
I vote that we go on. I demand it. I'm standing on my legal rights.
What do you say, Hatfield?
Lordsburg.
4. You, Doc?
I'm not only a philosopher, sir. I'm a fatalist. Somewhere, sometime, there may be the right bullet or the wrong bottle waiting for Josiah Boone. Why worry when or where?
Yes or no?
Having that philosophy, sir, I've always courted danger. During the late war, when I had the honor to serve the Union under our great president, Abraham Lincoln, and General Phil Sheridan, well, sir, I fought mid shot and shell and cannon raw.
Do you want to go back or not?
No. I want another drink.
That's 5. How about you, Mr. Hancock?
Peacock. I'd like to go on, brother. I want to reach the bosom of my dear family in Kansas City, Kansas, as quickly as possible. But I may never reach that bosom if we go on. So, under the circumstances, you understand, brother, I think it best we go back with the bosoms. I mean, the soldiers.
1 against. Well, Buck? Buck says aye. That's 6. I'm voting your proxy, kid. You go with me.
Ain't nothing keeping me out of Lordsburg, Curly.
There sure ain't. Well, folks, that settles it. We're going through. Sit down, folks, and eat your grub. Come on, Buck. We'll change them horses.
No, but Curly, ain't we going to eat?
Eat later.
Oh.
Yeah, folks. Food's on the table. Help yourselves. You got a long ride ahead of you. You ain't drinking, Billy.
Sit down here, man.
Thanks.
May I find you another place, Mrs. Mallory? It's cooler by the window.
Thank you.
Looks like I got the plague, don't it?
No, it's not you.
Well, I guess you can't break out of prison and into society in the same week.
Please. Please.
You're ill, Mrs. Mallory.
No, it's just that I'll be all right. You've been very kind. Why?
In the world I live in, one doesn't often meet a lady, Mrs. Mallory.
Have you ever been in Virginia?
I was in your father's regiment.
I should remember your name. You're Mr. Hatfield.
That's what I'm called, yes.
Why do you look at me like that?
Just trying to remember. Ain't I seen you someplace before, man?
No. No, you haven't.
I wish I had, though.
I know you. I mean, I know who you are. I guess everybody in the territory does.
Yep. Well, I used to be a good cowhand, but things happen.
Yeah, that's it. Things happen. And now they'll take you back to prison.
Not till I finish a job in Lordsburg.
But you can't. You're going there as a prisoner.
All aboard for Apache Wells, Lee's.
All righty, folks. The horses are changed. We better get going.
And Lordsburg, maybe.
All right, get going, Ringo. Mrs. Pickett, tell Billy the buckboard is all ready. Let's get going.
Right, Marshal. We're ready.
All right, come on, folks. Let's go.
My compliments to your husband.
I still feel that we ought to go back for the soldiers.
We've got to hurry if we want to get our sundown.
Come on.
then? Well, why don't you say something? The fella gets nervous sitting here like a dummy. Nothing to think about but the Indians.
You say something. You've been sitting there all day talking without making any sense.
All right, I'll say something that makes sense. If I was you, I'd let him shoot it out.
That who?
Luke Plummer and the kid. There'd be a lot more peace in this territory if that Luke Plummer was so full of lead he couldn't hold his liquor.
I ain't saying I don't share your sentiments, Buck, but you're a born fool.
Well, I know that.
In the first place, Luke would kill the kid in the gunfight. In the second place, if Luke did get shot, he's got two brothers just as ornery as he is. Nah, the only safe place for Ringo is in the pen, and I aim to get him there all in one piece.
Well, I'll be doggone if I didn't do you an injury, Curly. I figured you were after the reward.
Reward? Why, the kid's old man and me was friends. We used to punch cattle together. Besides, I could use that 500 in gold. Bridesmaid!
Steady! Steady, girl! Bridesmaid, ain't I?
I can't get over the impertinence of that young lieutenant. I'll make it warm for that Shapetail. I'll report him to Washington. We pay taxes to the government, and what do we get? Not even protection from the army. I don't know what the government is coming to. Instead of protecting businessmen, it pokes its nose into business. Why, they're even talking now about having bank examiners. As if we bankers don't know how to run our own banks. Why, Boone, I actually had a letter from a Popinjay official saying they were going to inspect my books. I have a slogan that should be blazoned on every newspaper in the country. America for Americans. The government must not interfere with business. Reduce taxes. Our national debt is something shocking. Over $1 billion a year. What this country needs is a businessman for president.
What this country needs is more fuddle.
What?
Fuddle.
You're done, sir.
I'm happy, great one. Who?
How come you're taking this road? It's going to be cold up there.
I'm using my hand. Those breech crowd Apaches don't like snow.
Maybe you'd like to sit next to me. You could put your head on my shoulder. No, thank you.
How are you feeling, Mrs. Mallory?
Is there any water?
Ivor, canteen, please. Just a minute, Mrs. Mallory.
Haven't I seen this crest before? Isn't this from Greenfield Manor?
I wouldn't know, Mrs. Mallory. I won this cup on a wager.
How about the other lady?
Thanks.
Sorry. No silver cups.
This is fun.
No vienen soldados, oye, vienen solos. ¿Qué pasa? Pues no sé, ¿qué pasa? Mira, mira. Tiene mucha gente ahí, ¿no? ¿Qué pasa? Pues a ver qué traen, hombre, a ver qué traen de nuevo.
Howdy, Chris. 7 hours from Dry Fork. Pretty fast driving, amigo.
Get the folks a bite to eat, Chris, while we change horses. We're pushing right on to Lordsburg.
You come with the old soldiers?
Oh, we weren't as scared. We didn't see one Apache, did we, Curly?
Where's the cavalry, Chris?
Where's the soldiers?
There ain't no soldiers.
Huh?
Soldiers are gone.
Where's Captain Mallory? Where's my husband? Where is he?
You, his wife, I think?
Yes, where is he? Did he go with his men?
Si, senora. Little what you call a skirmish with the Apaches last night. Soldiers take Captain Morales to Lordsburg. I think he get hurt, maybe.
Badly?
Si, senora. I think so.
Mrs. Mallory, I'm awfully sorry. If there's anything I can... Quite all right, thank you.
Marshal! There, quickly!
Come on, Doc.
Let's go, Doc.
A sick woman on our hands. That's all we needed.
Oh, I feel kind of sick.
Well, we're in a fine fix, my friends. It's a fine country we're living in. The Army has no right to leave a public place like this undefended.
Looks to me like the Army's got its hands pretty full, mister.
Have your wife?
Si, senor, I think.
Call her.
Yakima, ¿dónde estás?
Ringo, go in the kitchen and get some hot water. Lots of hot water, please.
Yes, ma'am. Hey, Chris. ¿Dónde la cocina?
Aquí está, kid.
A fine member of the medical profession. Drunken beast.
Coffee. Give me coffee. Black coffee. Lots of it.
More. Ain't that enough, Doc? That's 4.
Blacker, stronger. Keep it coming.
I know you'll have it coming out your ears in a minute.
Get it down.
Now, drink it down, Doc. Go on. Drink it down.
Get it down.
That'll
Come
make
on.
you feel better.
All right, Doc.
Isn't that drunken swine sober yet?
He's doing the best he can.
Well, hurry! Está malo.
Tin horn.
Right,
Fine. Thanks. Again.
Sit down here, Doc.
Keep the fire going, Chris. Plenty of hot water.
Si, senor, si.
Savages!
That's my wife, Yakima, my squaw.
Yes, but she's savage.
Si, senor. She's a little bit savage, I think. Ándale pronto, calentar agua. Para la enferma. Pronto.
Something funny about this. That woman's an Apache.
Sure, she's one of Geronimo's people. I think
Maybe not so bad to have Apache wife, eh? Apache don't bother me, I think.
All right, Doc? All right. All right.
All right, Dallas.
Al pensar en ti, tierra en que nací, qué nostalgia siente mi corazón en mi soledad con este cantar. Siento alivio y consuelo en mi dolor. Ahora, muchachos, váyanse. Las notas tristes de esta canción me traen recuerdos de aquel amor. Al pensar en él, vuelve a renacer la alegría en mi triste corazón.
Ringo!
It's them vaqueros. They've run away.
Yeah, with the spare horses.
Them coyotes give me the creeps. It sounds, well, it sounds just like a baby. Black Ape. It's a baby.
It's a little girl.
It's a little girl. Well, I'll be doggone. Why didn't somebody tell me?
How's Mrs. Mallory?
She's going to be all right.
Well, I'll be doggone. Did you know? Well, I'll be doggone.
Don't do that.
Dr. Boone.
Come on, boys. 3 cheers for old Doc Boone. Hip, hip!
Quiet.
Well, we ought to be...
Quiet. Mrs. Mallory.
Kid, I know why you want to go to Losburg. I like you. I know your pop. She was a good friend of mine. If you know who in Losburg, you stay away, I think.
You mean Luke Plummer?
Luke, Ike, and Hank, all there together. I saw them.
Sure of that, Chris?
Sure. I can tell you the truth. I know.
Thanks. That's all I wanted to know.
Say, you're crazy if you go. I think you stay away, kid. 3 against 1 is no good.
To go too far, Miss Dallas. Apaches like to sneak up and pick off strays. You, visiting in Lordsburg?
No, I have friends there. Maybe I can find work. Say, look, kid, why don't you try to escape? Why don't you get away?
I aim to. In Lordsburg.
Why Lordsburg? Why don't you make for the border now?
My father and brother were shot down by the Plummer boys. Guess you don't know how it feels to lose your own folks that way.
I lost mine when I was a kid. It was a massacre on Superstition Mountain.
It's tough. Especially on a girl.
Well, you gotta live no matter what happens.
Yeah, that's it. Look, Miss Dallas, you got no folks. Neither have I. And, well, maybe I'm taking a lot for granted, but I watched you with that baby, that other woman's baby. You look, well, I still got a ranch across the border. And it's a nice place, a real nice place. Trees, grass, water. There's a cabin half built. A man could live there. And a woman. There you go.
But you don't know me. You don't know who I am.
I know all I want to know. There you go.
Oh, don't talk like that.
What are you doing out here, kid? Stick close to the reservation.
Curly! Oh, Curly! Oh, Curly! Curly!
What's wrong, Chris?
My wife, Yakima, she ran away. When I woke up, she was gone.
The way you come busting in here, you think we... Whoa. Excuse me, kid. Come busting in here, you think we were being attacked. You can find another wife.
Sure, I can find another wife. But you take my rifle and my horse? Oh, I never sell her. I love her so much. I beat her with a whip, and she never get tired.
Your wife?
No, my horse. I can find another wife easy, yes, but not a horse like that. Mala Yakima.
I knew that woman was a thief.
What's the matter with you, Gatewood?
My valise. Where's my valise? Which one of you got it?
Here it is. I was using it for a pillow. I didn't think...
But I told you to keep your hands off my things.
Yes, sir. That squaw of yours will find some Apaches and bring them back here.
My wife people don't bother me, I think.
Bother me, I think.
Chris, is this bar open?
Sure, all the time, Senor C.
Good.
Here you are, Duck.
Well, what are you wasting time for? Let's make a break for it.
We've got a sick woman to pick up.
You wanted to stay here and be butchered with the rest of us?
Why don't you think of somebody else for once?
You leave that to your talking.
Easy. Keep it quiet, boys, quiet. We ain't been butchered yet. But you're right. We better get going for Lordsburg as soon as we can.
Might be a good idea, Curly, if Doc took a look at the patient.
Yeah, and little Coyote.
You'll join me, Doctor?
No, thanks. Morning. Well, you're looking pretty chipper. You're up early, Dallas.
She didn't go to bed, Doctor. I'm afraid she sat up all night while I slept.
Oh, I slept a lot in the chair. Well, anyway, it was nice to stay awake and hold the baby.
Well, we've got to get you to Lordsburg, little Coyote. That's what the boys christened her last night when she squalled. Little Coyote. How do you feel?
Fine, thanks. I'm a little tired. Doctor, do you think my husband...
Never mind him. The best medicine he can have is to see you two safe and sound. You just make up your mind you're going to get there.
I have made up my mind.
That's the stuff.
I am going to get there.
You need strength, so get all the rest you can. Dallas, you suppose you can fix up a little broth?
She has already.
Good. How about making some coffee for the boys? Now, you get some sleep, Mrs. Mallory. Don't look so proud. I brought hundreds of those little fellas into the world. Once upon a time. And the new one was always the prettiest.
Doc.
Ringo asked me to marry him. Is that wrong for a girl like me? If a man and woman love each other, it's all right, ain't it, Doc?
You're going to be hurt, child. Worse than you've ever been hurt. Don't you know that boy's headed back for prison? Besides, if you two go into Lordsburg together, he's got to know all about you.
He's not gone into Lordsburg. All I want is for you to tell me it's all right.
Gosh, child, who am I to tell you what's right or wrong? All right. Go ahead. Do it if you can. Good luck.
Thanks, Doc.
Ringo.
Well, Doc?
Oh, both doing nicely. She's a real soldier's wife, that young lady.
Good, good. Then we can leave immediately.
Well, not for a day or so, if you want my professional advice.
What do you mean a day? Stay another day? Why?
Where were you when the stork came last night, Gatewood?
I refuse to allow Mrs. Mallory to travel until she and the child are out of danger.
What do you mean, danger? Aren't we in worse danger here?
I don't wish to intrude, but I've had 5 children. I mean, my dear wife has. And much as I dislike discussing it in this hour of our trial, I believe the doctor's right.
Spoken like a man, Reverend.
I say we ought to leave here before the Apaches find us. That's common sense.
I wish you were 10 years younger, Gatewood.
Don't let my white hair stop you.
Wait a minute. Now, Curly, I haven't said a word.
Will you shut up? Now, if we argue this thing outright, we can get somewhere. Let's all sit down and talk sensible. Come on, Buck, sit down.
There's a young woman in the kitchen making coffee. She needs help.
Thanks, Doc.
Say, kid, how old were you when you went to the pen?
Oh, I was going on 17. Laid awake most of the night. Wondering what you'd have said if Curly hadn't busted you. Guess you was up kind of late, too. Hear you moving around. You didn't answer what I asked you last night.
Look, kid, why don't you try to escape? There's a horse out there in the corral. Curly won't go after you because he can't leave the passengers in a fix like this.
I gotta go to Lordsburg. Why don't you go to my ranch and wait for me?
Wait for a dead man. Haven't got a chance. It was 3 against 1 when the Plumbers swore that you killed their foreman. Got you sent up. It'll be 3 against 1 in Lordsburg.
Well, there's some things a man just can't run away from.
How can you talk about your life and my life when you're throwing them away? Yeah, mine, too. That's what you're throwing away if you go to Lordsburg.
What do you want me to do?
Would it make us any happier if Luke Plummer was dead? One of his brothers would be after you with a gun. We'd never be safe. I don't want that kind of life, Ringo.
Well, I don't see what else I can do.
Go now. Get away. Forget Lordsburg. Forget the Plumbers. Make for the border and I'll come to you.
Do you mean that?
Yes, I do.
Will you go with me, Dallas?
Oh, I can't leave Mrs. Mallory and the baby. I'll come to you from Lordsburg, I swear it.
Well, I ought to have a rifle and some...
I've got one. Right here. I got it last night when they were all asleep.
You mean you thought of this last night?
Yeah, don't ask any more questions. Not now.
Oh, gosh, Curly, there ain't no Apaches behind us. We can still go back to Tonto.
No, I insist we go on to Lordsburg.
What do you think, Chris?
Geronimo, between here and Lordsburg, with my horse, I think.
My horse has gone. She has gone astray with the sun.
Quiet, Doc. This is a serious matter, ain't it?
My dear Buck, if I have only 1 hour to live, I'm going to enjoy myself.
Doctor, I don't begrudge you my samples, but
now you hush. I've stood enough of you. Now, this is a serious problem, and I'm the only one that's talking sense. Now, Curly...
If we can get across that ferry, we'll be all right. Question is, what are we going to do about the lady and her baby?
Dr. Boone has settled that for us, sir. And I demand respect for his professional opinion.
Hatfield.
Ringo.
Ringo! Ringo!
Hurry, Ringo.
Ringo!
Hurry. Goodbye. Ringo, don't stop! Go on, go on! Keep riding! Ringo, go on, go on!
You don't need them, Curly. I ain't gonna run away.
I'll say you ain't.
Look at them hills.
Apaches.
War signals.
Hurry up, Marshal. Hey, why don't they start?
Why don't you take the cuffs off the kid? He's mighty handy with the gun.
You drive them horses. I'll take care of the kid.
No.
Can't you drive any faster? Thick-headed lout. We've got to make that ferry. A man works all his life to get a hold of some money so that he can enjoy life, and has to run into a trap like this.
Trap, brother? You mean the Apaches? There's been no sign of them.
You don't see any signs of them. They strike like rattlesnakes. If you hadn't insisted on waiting for her, we'd have been across the ferry by this time.
You talk too much, Gatewood.
Your threats don't faze me, Hatfield. You're nothing but a tin-horn gambler.
How would you like to get out and walk?
You can't put me out of a public conveyance.
Now, gentlemen, gentlemen.
Take it easy, Gatewood. We may need that fight before we get to the ferry.
You wouldn't be much good in a fight, you jailbird.
Oh, leave the kid alone. He's handcuffed.
Gentlemen, please. Let's not forget the ladies. Bless them. Let's have a little Christian charity, one for the other.
Well, folks, we're coming into East Bay now.
Lawrenceburg, next stop. Nice girl. Get on, get on. Curly, look. Look at the ferry. It's where too.
Hatfield, stand guard over there.
Where's the army? What's the soldiers doing?
Curly, what can I do?
Are they going to let you out on the burning pillage?
Take what? I need you.
Will you give me your word you won't try to escape again?
I'll give you my word. To Lordsburg.
Get in the coach with them women.
I give you my word.
Ringo, don't!
Alice. Huck, drive into the river up to the hubs.
Ready, Betsy. Betsy.
Kid, take your suspenders and cross-tie them wheelers.
Sorry about the saddle, kid.
Ready, kid?
All set.
Ready, Buck?
All ready, Curly.
Here we go. Here we go, Buck. Yeah. Just sit quiet, folks. It's all right.
Come on, Come on, baby. Ready, man. Honey child, in there. All aboard for Lawrenceburg. Hey, Curly.
Yeah, what?
You think I ought to charge Mrs. Mallory's baby half fare? Sweetheart.
Well, we'll soon be in Lawsburg. Sorry I flew off the handle, Hatfield. My apologies, Doctor. No hard feelings, I hope.
All in all, it's been exciting, but a very interesting trip. Has it not?
Well, now that the danger's past, Mr. Peacock. And ladies and gentlemen, since it's most unlikely that we'll ever have the pleasure of meeting again socially, I'd like to propose a toast. Major, Gatewood, Ringo, your health.
Thank you, sir.
danger. Gatewood, will you shut up? Gatewood, I've got a patient here. Here, stop me. Gatewood. Let me out of here, I tell you. Gatewood, will you shut up? Take him.
If you see Judge Greenfield, tell him his son.
Thank heaven you're safe, Lucy.
Where's Richard? Is he all right?
Oh, he's all right. Don't you worry.
It isn't a bad wound.
We'll take you to him immediately.
Where's the baby, dear? I'll take the baby.
Dallas. If there's ever anything I can do for...
I know.
Orderly.
It's the Ringo Kid.
Aces and eights.
Dead man's hand, Luke. Ringo Kid's in town? Yeah, driving the stage.
Mis hermanos.
Sí, patrón. Un momento.
Cash in.
Easy now. Easy. That's right.
Goodbye, Miss Dallas. If you ever come to Kansas City, Kansas, I want you to come out to see us.
Oh, thanks, Mr.
Peacock.
Doctor, will you sign this?
Well, Lordsburg.
Thank you. And you, Doctor. There you are. Thank you.
Well, kid,
Curly, how long will they give me for breaking out?
oh, about another year.
You know where my ranch is?
Yeah.
Will you see that she gets there all right?
Dallas.
Yeah. This is no town for a girl like her. Will you do it?
Sure.
Thanks.
How are you, Marshal? Get my man through all right?
I don't need them.
If you don't want to lose your prisoner, Sheriff, you'd better take care of him yourself.
What's your name, mister?
My name is Gatewood, Ellsworth H. Gatewood.
Oh, Gatewood. You didn't think they'd have the telegraph wires fixed, did you?
You are right.
Can I meet you back here in 10 minutes? I gave you my word, Curly. I ain't going back on it now.
No ammunition.
I lied to you, Curly. Got 3 left. Come on.
Good night, kid.
Is this where you live?
No.
I gotta know where you live, don't I?
No, don't come any further. It's all been a crazy dream. I've been out of my mind just hoping. Say goodbye here, kid.
We ain't never gonna say goodbye.
Did I have that?
Give me the shotgun. Shotgun.
Oh, please don't.
Well, kid, I told you not to follow me.
Dallas. I asked you to marry me, didn't I?
I'll never forget to ask me, kid. That's something.
Wait here.
Ringo said he'll be passing this way in 6 or 7 minutes.
Come on. I'll take that shotgun, Luke.
You'll take it in the belly if you don't get out of my way.
I'll have you indicted for murder if you step outside with that shotgun.
We'll attend to you later.
Don't ever let me do that again.
Luke!
Hey, Billy! Billy, kill that story about the Republican convention in Chicago and take this down. The Ringo Kid was killed on Main Street in Lordsburg tonight. And among the additional dead were... I'll leave that blank for a spell.
I didn't hear any shooting, Ed.
You will, Billy. You will.
Hank missed him at 4 feet.
Oh, my...
Ringo. Ringo. Ringo.
Ready, kid?
Thanks, Curly. Curly's gonna see that you get to my place across the border. Well, goodbye, Dallas.
Maybe you'd like to ride a ways with a kid.
Please.
Well, they're saved from the blessings of civilization.
Yeah. Doc, I'll buy you a drink.
Just one.